If you're overwhelmed, confused, or unsure about your building or remodeling project, we got you. Let's ask the contractor.
And joining us now from H1 Construction, we got Lucas Stensland, the general contractor and owner of the company, and then of course, Jozef Pikula, our construction manager. Thank you guys so much for coming back.
We wore matching shirts for you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And matching mugs.
Matching mugs.
Yes.
So,
All right.
so if it's okay with you guys, today we want to be positive. So let's shift from problems to progress. And I just want to ask, let's start with Jozef actually. What happens like the week after the permits get cleared? What's the first step?
Well, one of the first steps will be us getting in contact with the utilities, whether it's HECO or Hawaiian Gas, water. Get the process started. They have their own processes, each of the entities, sending the planners, telling us where we can and where we cannot put a meter or temporary poles. So that will be the number one step, and then we starting meeting with the clients and go over what materials we're going to be ordering.
Okay.
Like I mentioned in the before segment, a lot of the materials have a very long lead times, like windows and doors and specialty countertops, tiles. We already started sitting down with them and going through the selection and started ordering process, so we don't have delays once we get into construction.
I like that, and I like how you guys, the first step is de-energizing that line, because you don't want to do any work if it's still live wires.
That is correct.
Or a live gas line as well.
Somehow that's how I recharge Joseph, though. I would send him up there early.
Does it?
Yes.
Does it work?
Yeah.
It does
Wow. All right, now, brothers, we're still going to go ahead and stick with the positives here, because, we're positive that things might not always go as planned, right? How does H1 Construction handle that?
First, it goes back to communication. We always want to communicate those things, right?
It happens a lot where things don't go as planned. So what do? You don't sit down and start crying about it. You look at a problem, you analyze it, and find the best path forward. You communicate with the client, tell them, okay, this and this happened. This is how we're going to move forward. This is how we can alleviate or save time what was lost on another segments of the construction. And we just keep rolling.
Just keeping that open communication
Absolutely.
and transparency
Yes.
regardless, right?
That's the key. That's what we've learned a lot from you guys, from H1 Construction, that communication is so super important, and we really appreciate that. I do have another question, and because we're going to be holding you guys accountable as the team that we're hiring, the professionals, to make sure things go smoothly from day one. But as far as the homeowners, how can they help you guys in that process to make sure from this side that this process will be smooth?
I think it starts with questions. Ask the right questions. Also, on our side, we assign a quarterback, whether that's me, whether that's Joseph, or someone in the office, right? We have a quarterback that client talks to direct. So they're not talking to 15 different people to get one answer. That person who gets that information will delegate it as needed, right? Same thing for our clients. We work with multifamily housing. We're not gonna conversate with 15 people to get one answer. We're gonna assign a quarterback there, and that way everything is streamlined and there's accountability put behind it, right? And we also, when we're asking for certain things, we put deadlines and say, hey, this is what we need to keep us on target. Let's keep moving. And if they fall behind on some of those, and they're not asking the right questions, and people are busy, so it does tend to happen.
I think that's brilliant. I think part of the frustration is when you call and you're trying to look for an answer, or there's been a delay. Now somebody else is picking up the phone and giving me a different answer from the guy that I spoke to last week, right?
Absolutely.
But with this, you folks are helping to build that trusted relationship from one person to another. So whether or not I'm working with Joseph directly, I know I can call him direct and say, brother, what's happening with this? And he's going to give me the answers that I need.
The benefit to working with a smaller company, we're not a large scale company. We've kept it that way on purpose to really delegate the work that we do take on.
Yeah.
And we want to it has to be the right fit for the puzzle to fit in with our wheelhouse.
That's brilliant. I love that. That's
love it too.
perfect. I wish everybody would do that. Wink. Okay, H1 Construction, the award-winning Hawaii home builder specializing in custom homes, luxury homes, and a whole lot more. Thank you very much, Lucas and Joseph.
Thank you
guys
guys.
are making this easy for us to ask the contractor.